Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be playing Katawa Shoujo again. Last time, if you don't remember, we left off where, we were talking to Kenji about feminists and shits. So that was pretty funny. But anyway, yeah, let's go back into it. We woke up, and yeah, we were in class again. That's, yeah. If I don't sound too energetic, it's because I woke up like a half hour ago. But the reason I'm recording now, not later, I want to play this game, and two, I have to go somewhere like in 2 hours, so I have to like record it now or never, you know? Okay, anyway. I feel very tired this morning, probably because yesterday itself was a very tiring day. On top of that, I woke up far earlier than necessary. After saying hi to Shizu and Misha, I started doing the work as instructed from the board. It already looks like today's going to be heavy. I don't have a problem with that though. Shinzu and Misha might jump on trying to get the answer about whether or not I have decided to join the student council, even if it's just one day. I wouldn't put it past them to try. I don't have an answer for them if they do, so this situation is convenient for me. About 10 minutes into class, Hanako walks in and takes a seat, but no one looks at her. The teacher doesn't even give a comment on her lateness. He does, however, stop us to say that we're going to break into groups again. I turn my head to see that Shinzu and Misha are looking at me. Shinzu gives me a smile that are equal parts cute and menacing. This is a smile that says, "We have you now, there's no escape." He-chan, it looks like we're together again, yay yay. Misha leans sideways while Shinzu puts her desk closer to mine. There's really no escape unless I were to jump through the window. Jumping out of the window isn't the best option, sadly. What's wrong, He-chan? Oh, hey Chan, have you been thinking about what you said yesterday? You said that you were going to think about joining the student council, didn't you? It's okay, hey Chan. We're talking about it after you left, and it would be rude to expect you to already have an answer for us this early, right? Haha. I'm so happy you're two able to make me have a laugh at my expense. I'm even more pleased to know that you're both how crazy the two of you can be. Now that's over, Shizu steps back into serious mode and smacks today's assignment with the back of her hand in an overly dramatic, important way. When I actually look at the stuff, it's mostly just reading. In fact, there are only two problems. I almost want to say something about how to rush to get started seems a bit smooth considering the small amount of work. In fact, Shizune probably knows how little there is and simply doesn't care. Yeah, it seems like the workload doesn't matter to her as much as the fact that there is work. The actual amount isn't unimportant. She approaches everything with the same level of ambition. While I'm reading, I let my eyes wander around the room and catch Hanako trying to head at the solving the problems. It looks like she's working alone. I can't remember seeing her working with others before. Thinking back to how shy is, it's understandable. Hey, that girl over there. Rahu, Hichan. Her Hanako over there. Does she always work alone? I think so, Hichan. Do you feel sorry for her because she's alone? I was thinking that maybe she could work with us or something. No, I don't think that's a good idea, Hichan. Why not? Shi-chan always wouldn't get along with her. Why? Misha snuffles around the question and let out a laugh. It sounded very strange and service, but still that has lifting up and down quality present in everything she says. Just because, He-chan. By the way, Shizune has noticed our conversation. It makes me realize again how Misha has always signing everything she has been saying this whole time. What, Shi-chan, the friend of my enemy is my enemy? That sounds so harsh, I'm not going to say that. You said it anyway. I know, Hichan, it's fine if you overheard. I wonder if Misha ways of keeping things fair, since without her I wouldn't be able to understand things Shinzune is saying and vice versa. Is that also why she signs all the time? There's never a conversation Shinzune will be left out of? Anyway, we should start on the problems now, Hichan. We finished with time to spare, and I asked to decide if there are any alternatives to cafeterias. Frankly, the food so far has been subpar. This sends Shizune and Misha arguing among themselves about their favorite restaurants. All of them are downtown, so I don't think we all have time to go all the way there. But what about the bill? They argue just for the fun of it. Maybe they see some distracted by the dinner, but notice the start of the actual lunch break. I look over my shoulder towards the back of the classroom. She seems to be studying her notes from the previous class. It's an odd sight. Everyone else's class is busying themselves with the lunch break, socializing, gossiping, rearranging desks. The one with actual box-sized lunches makes it chattering like everyone else, only interrupted by short bouts of eating. When I catch Hanako, it feels like I'm the only one who can see her, almost as she was invisible, sort of hiding in plain sight. Is she being bullied? Is she being isolating herself from the rest of the class on her own accord? I see her look over the shoulder towards the classroom rear door. Come to think of it, she hasn't turned a page since I've started watching her. I guess she's waiting for someone. What to do? I want to go talk to her because I want to see why she wants to be alone. Or she is pushed alone? No, but I feel like she wants to be alone, but I want to figure out why. But, like, I know shyness, but, like, I'm just curious, is there a specific reason, you know? I still feel bad for making her run away yesterday, so I better say something. Hey there, Hanako. So, well, at least she remembers my name. Just want to apologize for yesterday. I didn't mean to startle you or anything. I'm just new here, and I thought I should get to know my classmates. As Hanako looks up at me, I notice her scarring once more. It's a little bewildering that I can barely notice her from across the classroom, so it's noticeable from up close. That's okay. It was my fault. No, it wasn't anyone's fault. It just kind of happens. So are you waiting for someone? I saw you looking at the door before. Yes, Lily. Oh, you mean Lily, the blind girl? Hanako only nods in response. I can't help but wonder if the defining people through their disabilities of Foxfest is the worst kind or just a normal here. I guess that explains why Lily took off after her yesterday. It seems like she seems like a nice girl. Are you two friends? Yes. As if hoping for Lily to appear, she checks over her shoulder again. I think I'm making her nervous again. I'm not disturbing you right now. No, that's not it. It's just easier if Lily doesn't come here. Oh, because it's hard to get around the classroom? Not really. Hanako gazes just off past my shoulder towards Shizune. Shizune? Hanako nods again. What about her? Don't they get along? Hanako shakes her head. Clearly this is something she doesn't want to talk about. It does make her strange sort of sense. Shizune and Lily do not get along so well. Communication between the two would be but impossible. It's hard enough talking to Shizune through Misha, even when you can see whose hands are talking. Hanako's so focused on Shizune that I first to notice Lily at the door. Oh, she's here now. Hanako spins around to confirm this. Upon seeing Lily, she moves quickly to the door. Lily. Hanako, good morning. Is the president here? Yes. Hanako glances over her shoulder at Shizune again. It's so confirmed she can hear them, even though that's impossible. I suppose we'd be best off then. Lily sighs in tone of what seems like frustration makes me raise an eyebrow. I guess there's some kind of enmity between the two. It's intriguing, but not really anything. Not really something I'd like to ask about. I'm sure if they wanted me to know, they would tell me. It's about my third day here. I should try making friends, not finding out why people are enemies. It's still a little funny to find out that the school has little feuds, just like my old high school. Even if people are more tolerant of others, they're still going to get around on others' nerves. Hey, Leah, how are things? I'm sorry I made you run off yesterday. Oh my, is that he? So I didn't realize you were here. She said is a little embarrassed by being so frank in front of me. Sorry, Lily, I thought you realized. No, it's alright, Hanako. He said, please don't worry about yesterday, it's just a misunderstanding. If you say so. I'm still working this place out. Well, then I think you find most people here are a lot more forgiving than elsewhere. If you're feeling a little confused, please don't be afraid to ask questions. Sure, I'll remember that. Lily? Lily is a small nod of acknowledgement. I'm sorry I hit so, but we must be off. Hanako really doesn't look all comfortable here right now. Lily still seems a little embarrassed. I wonder if my apologies were really made an impact. Mind if I accompany you two? I wonder if I'm kind of pushing it, but Lily hums quietly, still smiling. I'm sure that we could accommodate you, can't we, Hanako? She looks at Lily, then at me, and then freezes one eye. Oof, sure. Ooh, that was a little stretch. Like, if this was a real situation, I wouldn't ask that. Then shall we go? I'm sure Lily wouldn't do this so easily, so if she was how scared Hanako looks, but it can't be helped now. Declining after a deal is sealed would only cause confusion and problems. So we leave all three together. Lily walks beside the wall, letting her cane gently tap against it every now and then. Hanako comes along right beside her, so close I skipped it. I skipped it. Lily walks beside her, letting her cane tap against the wall, so close that she's practically half hugging her as they go. Although it just makes her walking much harder, Lily takes it in stride. As I turn around the corner of the hallway, something hitting me in the chest with a stream train. Hanako shrieks a little, and my vision briefly goes black. Ouch. Oh, it's her! I know what disability she has. Anyways, I see a pair of saucer-like green eyes look up at me. Yeah, that's her disability. They belong to a perpetrator, a short girl who bumped into me now has now fallen down to the hallway floor. She wears a PE uniform and is very worried frown. The former strikes rather strange thing to have during the lunch break. More striking than though it doesn't that she doesn't have legs. Or does she? But theirs are like not flesh and bone. Her pale, very much pale bone and thighs, and in shins and feet have made some black, metallic, or plastic-like material. They look disturbingly artificial and unnatural. It almost makes me forget that my chest is hurting. The girl winces a little, rubbing her nose, and jumps up. Oh man, hey, are you alright? I'm sorry about that, really. Twin Tails girl. Okay. Twin Tails? Did they call those pigtails? Wait, hold up. Pigtails. Yeah, pigtails. Pigtails are with like two things, right? Yeah, those are pigtails. What? Who calls them twin tails? This game with not knowing the person's name is actually like, why? But seriously, like twin tails. Who calls it? It's okay. Fine. If this game was made in Japan, which I have no idea if it was, probably was because of the names and the title. But like, then fine. But yeah, whatever. I wasn't looking where I was going, so I just came out of nowhere. Sorry. She's looking very apologetic in her puppy way of looking apologetic. I quickly forget about being angry or anything since her puppy eyes are my weak spot. It's okay, don't worry about it. Ouch. I say that with the string of pain growing in my chest. I know that this is the biggest possible danger for my condition. No overextraction gel. Don't forget your medication. Most of all, don't get hit in the chest. I rub my solar balloons to chase the pain away, holding my breath in an attempt to hear my heartbeat. No. It seems normal. Oh, thank God. Hey, should I get a nurse? The worried, high-pitched voice of this girl snaps me out of it. I stare at her for a few seconds, dumbfounded, until I realized I probably looked worse off than I really did. Doubled over myself and looked all tense. Damn, I overly worried about my heart. I don't no need. I'm fine. Managing to say something in response, I pulled myself upright. Feel myself rose one last time and take a deep breath. She just knocked the wind out of me big time, but it's nothing more than that. You sure you're okay? I hit you pretty hard. It's okay, I said I was fine and nothing's broken, no harm done. That's good, I was. So, what happened? She's not quite up to speed for obvious reason, but she sounds very worried, more than the situation deserves really. Someone just bumped into me and nothing serious, just winded. That's alright, it's my fault. I was just going to get some stuff and I was kind of in a hurry. That's someone here is Emmy, isn't it? The little girl coughs quietly and shuffles her plastic or metallic feet, looking down at them before saying anything. Hey, hi, Lily, Hanako. I guess the girl knows each other. Do please try to be more careful. You might be sturdy enough to endure these sorts of actions. What they are people who aren't. The girl blushes and starts to fidget nervously like a little child caught mischieving. It's so cute. I find myself smiling. I know that I gotta go. Teacher, if I have my head, if I promise to be help from Prince when I'm running instead. Sorry, I've got to change and everything. Before any of us could say a thing, Emily has already bolted away, leaving the hallway early quiet. Does that kind of thing happen often around here? There are more rules in Yabuku than the usual for running in corridors. But that rarely stops Emmy, it seems. Even though she's missing half of her legs. Oh, I'm such a mean person. I hate myself. She shakes her head weakly and offers a slight composed smile. I don't think there's anything we can do to stop her. I'm afraid we'll be off then. Lee heads off along the hallway. Hanako hurries after her. The route to the room the two use for tea is fairly simple to retrace. It's still fresh in my mind from yesterday. Lily and Hanako quickly go about the business of making lunch. Before I can open my small bag of food, Lily's busying herself with her thermos and tea bags. As Hanako is setting So you got both their lunch boxes. So this is what you meant by coming here almost every day. Yeah, Sadako and I usually have lunch here. It suits both of us, and we so ending up in using this room regularly. After seeing Hanako's reaction to me over the past couple of days, I can understand why that is a boon. That and Lily being able to get some quiet away from her class as well. I take my seat last after Lily poured the tea for us and sits down. Oh, that's such a nice scene. She looks so nervous. Ooh. The more time I spend with these two girls, the more I think they're perfect foil to Misha and Shizune. Even without voice, Shizune's direct brash, and Misha seems to get along with everyone. On the other hand, Lily's just spoken and relaxed, while Hanako seems to be the shyest girl I've ever met. So, how are you faring in Yamaku Hiso? You seemed a little flustered before. Apart from getting lost every now and again and being crash tackled outside my classroom, fine, I guess. you looked pretty hurt before. Are you really okay? For a brief moment, I considered telling Hanako and Lily about my condition, but then I hold it back. No, I would have told them. I can't tell why. For some reason, I feel uncomfortable talking about it to these relative strangers, even if they are pretty friendly. Yeah, it's nothing. I just was a bit startled. Judging from the two girls' expression, I don't think they're buying you, but in what I assume is their way of respecting my privacy, they don't press the matter. I guess that is one of the unwritten rules out here. Don't ask. Even if people's conditions are obvious, like Hanako's, there's still bound to be a story involved. Everyone has things they don't feel comfortable speaking about, and I think everyone here recognizes that. So how long have you been in this school? You both seem to know your way around pretty well. Well, I've been here since the start of high school, but only moved into dormitories a year ago. Hanako joined at the start of high school as well and moved to dormitories when she did, if my memory serves me right. And moved to the dormitories when she did, okay, but that doesn't explain, that's right, since high school, okay. Oh, when she did, okay, that makes sense, I'm retarded. So you've known each other since then? Since I moved, yes, Hanako lives next door to me, so it's only natural, right? Right. Yeah, of course. Living next to someone's probably reason enough to befriend them, though I'm guessing that Lily's blindness plays a part in this as well. I can't imagine Hanako easily making friends with someone who are deliberately avoid looking at her scars. With the immediate conversation dried up, we start to eat our lunch. It is long before the bell rings, signaling at the end of the break, like me and the girls pack up their lunches, officially aside them out. I guess I remember you off. Are you going to go with Isao and Hanako? Hanako looks up at me for a second, and I can see that she's continuing to class, but maybe she just avoid walking to classroom with me. Yes. I don't know what to think of it. Hanako is delectable to the point of breaking if looking the wrong way. It makes me a bit nervous too, but I push the feeling aside and try to be natural as I can. We should hurry then. Class has already started by the sound of it. Lily gives me a nod of farewell. She bends down to her arcade. Hanako and I, before her. We walk down the hallway empty to our respective classes, and we reach the door to Lily's 3-2 classroom. She turns towards me. So thank you for sharing lunch with us today. My pleasure, Lily. With that, we part ways, Lily entering her classroom and leaving Hanako and me to make off to our own. She's still looking. She wants to run away. So do you really want to go back to class now? Yes. Okay, then. I feel like I should say something more to her, but it's hard to come up with anything that she appreciates that it's safe enough. Lily was right. The more we spend time out here, the more thing we have to do. I open the rear door to the class I walk in. The teacher looks up at me and opens his mouth to say something. However, as Hanako follows me in the class and closes the door, he simply nods to us and continues his lecture. She is a safe pass. She is saving our butts. You know what? If she's like a late pass, basically, just use her every time, you know? Just hang out with her every time. Come late to class. Boom. Or just not come to class. He'll understand, like, oh, I was with Hanako. And then Hanako says, yes, I was with you. And then boom, you got a late pass. Anyway, this third time that Hanako had her truancy practically ignored, there's probably something definitely going on here. We make our way to our seats, and I notice that Misha and Susan are both missing as well. Oof, I think they're like running around, or maybe they went downtown to eat some shit. I don't know. I wonder if there's some sort of formal agreement with the staff, or it's just a perk offered to the unique students of the school. I try to make a little instruction as I can. I extract the relevant textbook from my bag and start catching up. This class goes on quietly. The teacher seems like an okay person despite the weird first impression I got, and the machine is relatively interesting. However, the way he teaches is really bizarre. It is as he expects that everyone is a natural genius. Nice. When the final bell sounds, I realize that there's a lot of time left in the day, and I'm left wondering what to do. It's not that at the hospital I had 24/7 a day free time, but here feeling a really short amount of hours feels difficult. Everyone else leaves and I'm left alone with the teacher. Mato was examining the assignment sheet we were working on earlier, making them with a red ball pen. Raising his eye for papers, really, he noticed me flirting his eyebrow. What is it, Nakai? I jump in addressing him. Ooh, I want to ask her about Hanako so badly. I guess the natural spark somewhere. I say there's nobody else around. I'm thinking about what I do after school. Teacher slowly puts on a cap and pen, and he's holding it and arranges paper into a stack and playing against the desk twice. He seems very metaphorical for everyone. I'm reminded of Shizune, but the teacher's more unhurried and relaxed, much more routine. You have no plans? No, I consider joining a club, but I don't know what kind of club would interest me. Go observe a meeting of someone else's club might pique your interest, I guess. I don't know how to continue from there. Mato looks at me in a way that makes me quickly want to take the words back to avoid the conversation. I can't, so I have to forge ahead. I just don't know how to deal with me and the other students. I'm talking to people and everything, so it's not that I'm isolated or anything. I just don't know what to think about the disabilities. It feels like I have no big play if I pay attention to them, and it's weird to ignore them. Damn if I do, damned if I don't. The teacher scratches his cheek and absent-minded looks very unresponsive. There are things that are only an issue if you make them one. You can talk normally with someone, even if they're blind or something. Try to look behind the superficial. There's only one student. There's not one student here who is just a normal kid behind whatever they see at first glance. He says the same thing that Yuko did. Yuko being the librarian, yeah. Okay, I know they're right, but it's hard. Can you consider, for example, she's deafness? Well, the only thing to communicate with her is to talk to Misha or Hanako. It's not like you can ignore her face. But I'm mature by the door of the class suddenly slamming open. Teacher, Misha crashes in. Oh, you should have left. You should have left hours ago. Why? I'm sorry. Misha crashed in and head straight into enthusiastic greeting. Her loud voice lively enough to waken the dead from their graves. She starts towards the teacher's desk with a bouncing step, handing energetically swinging through the rhythm. Mato, visibly dismayed at the turn from Amai, in general slumps in his chair. Mikado. Misha Senator Jackson looks around the clue to see if she senses from his tone that something is wrong, but has no idea what. Yes. We have talked about volume control before. Yes. But she doesn't lower her voice at all, and the teacher just rubs his eyes. So what is it? Well, I need help. We're running out of supplies for the festival stands. This is a stress. She waves a pink slip of paper she's holding around. So can you get more supplies for the art room? What's wrong with that? Plywood is always a problem. Last time we wanted more, then there was only a little. By the time we took it all and went with it. There's like none left there, so we don't know where there is some. I don't know, how would I know? Shi-chan, the president, thought that the teacher would know if there's any plywood. Was she wrong? Ito looks like he's grieving finally with this entire existence, and Misha doesn't get it at all. Look at it, its communication, it's terrible. Like looking at a man being tortured by drilling a skull open while blasting pop music at a full volume at the same. Jesus Christ, that's an analogy if I've ever heard one. I'm afraid if I have no idea if there's any plywood in school, let alone where it is and where it would be any. What should I do? Perhaps try to find Mr. Nomiya. I'm sure he should know where to find everything you need. You have to pry them from his cold dead hands, but that's a different matter. I don't have time. We're so busy. She holds her head with both of her hands, looking at this as possible for a person with like her. Without even noticing, she slips the notes she is holding against her hair. She crumples them. I shouldn't even be fetching those things. There's more important to do. We're falling behind the schedule. Peter looks at her gravely and then suddenly smiles. Smile doesn't really fit his face. I think it'd be better if he didn't. I wonder if you could get some temporary help. He switches, started staring at me focusedly with a hard expression as if saying, "Go make some friends." Yeah, I guess I could give you a head. Fuck, why you gotta throw me under the bus like that? You can't, thanks, Chan, you're really nice. She pauses and does a double take and then points to me with a finger yelping, and looks puzzled, very, very puzzled. Come think of it, what's he doing here? Glasses over, you should be having fun. We had a little chat. Oh no, is it Sachin? Is it? Are you in trouble, Hichan? No, I'm not. Is Hichan a trouble teacher? No, he's not. Hichan looks sighs deeply, and I feel like that I have help. Misha gets off the teacher's neck. So what do you need? Here's the list. I could try to find the plywood for somewhere if there's none in the art room. She offered me the note she's holding. I take it. The hesitation. I said I'd help you, but there's no obligation on whether I'm going to join the student council or not. Aw. I still thanks, Hichan. I try to be quick. There are stall building streak now. We must hurry. Maybe outside the classroom, maybe me and the teacher are looking at each other with something that feels like a silent agreement. Well, there you have it, that guy. You have something to do now. Please don't sound so smug. Looking at the list with numbers and items ranging from paint to plywood, all written with small, neat handwriting that is undoubtedly Shizune's, I leave aside. I'll be going then. Waving the long list limply at the teacher, I exit to the hallway. The classrooms closest to her are deserted between the classes 3-1 and 3-2 on the right side, 3-4 on the left side. On the right side and 3-4 on the left side, each door looking exactly the same. Further down the corridor are still identical doors that are rooms I don't think were used for classes. I guess the art room is not a classroom as such. I carefully push open the furthest door and peek in. It's a classroom, but it seems rather badly kept and not used, so am I in the right place? That's the teacher, desks and chairs all around the room. A thin layer of dust settles on them. There are some essentials in the corner, and at least this looks like the right place. The room is flustered in sunlight from big windows. Shadows creeping all over the desk. Specks of dust are dancing in the stagnant air, making the beam of light almost visible. Jokingly, I called into empty room. Anybody help? Something catches my eye and I stop my sentence. Oh yeah, there's another girl, I forgot. Wait, is there like 6 girls? I thought there was 5 girls. Hold up. Wait. I know she's a girl, I forgot about her. But wait. Lily's a girl. Hanako's a girl. Shizune's a girl. Misha's a girl. And, yeah, they're all girls, but I'm talking about, like, for the thing, yeah. Fuck, I don't know, man. I was sitting on a short-haired girl, curiously wearing a boy's uniform with a fork between her toes, more of a flute struck firmly on the end. This way of dining seems to be caused by her apparent lack of fans, but her presence here is what takes me even more. And how I missed her before. She's sitting in the corner and very still. I still somehow look at her, furnishing her statue at first glance, but I'm too observant today as a whole. The girl stays frozen in place, staring at me with her huge eyes like a rabbit in a headlight. She's staring at me, her mouth wide open, ready to accept the fork. Except the fork. I feel like that should be a quote of some sort. I'm staring at her, my mouth wide open. I suddenly remembering I didn't finish the sentence, trying to think of I should. This weird stalemate keeps us both stunned in silence. Drew by the wall, particularly rhythmically. Hello. The girl stuffs the forkful in her mouth and now staring at me expectantly while chewing. This is a bit awkward. Hello, I was told to make some supplies for here. For accessible solace, I didn't think there would be someone here. There isn't, that's why I came here too. She picks up another forkful. Doesn't that mean you're here then? She raised her eyebrows. She was expecting my observation was false. You're pretty observant, I guess it does. But who are you? Well, it's pretty straightforward, isn't she? I'm Nakai. He's silent Nakai. I just transferred in the one day. I'm Rin. Tezuka. Rin Tezuka. Okay. I won't shake hands with you, but at least we know who we are now. That's very nice. Wait, who said that? Her or me? Oh, she said that. Okay, good. If I said that, I would have smacked myself. But damn, she has a good sense of humor. So, you know, that's good. Fuck me in the ass. No, don't do that. Fuck me. Anyway, the deadpan manner of talking hard determine what she's joking about and shaking hands or not. It's kind of bothering me joking about these matters doesn't feel appropriate at all. Fuck you. God damn it, he's so... God damn it. I thought we were have the same sense of humor for a moment. Well, I'm trying to figure out what appropriate when this girl is. She's kind of lost interest in me now, gazing weirdly at her food. Can I get you my lunch if you don't mind? I won't mind you. If you need to get your stuff, the supplies are at the back. Go ahead, right ahead, but lunch? School's already over for the day. What word will you use then? There's no normal meal left after... There's no for meal after lunch, but before dinner, right? It bothers me very much, too. I don't really know what I should say. I don't think you're supposed to eat a meal between lunch and dinner to begin with. But I'm hungry now. A delicious boxed lunch would go to waste otherwise. I have curry. It's very delicious. With much decisiveness, Rin once again picks the fork up with her toes, and at least much impolitely, she points it straight towards me. So, Nakai, what brings you to this place? Like I said, I was looking for these things. No, the scoop from the outside, you look fine. Is your problem it's died? I come to full stop wondering about not getting worn out. I can guess I'm guessing better than most people. Rin cuts. I like how she's straightforward. That's a good trait in my opinion. Cuts me off if I can answer her question or skirt around it. However, I don't know which I should have would have. What? I don't know. I first in front of the issue again. I haven't told anyone here about my condition, or maybe it's because it only hasn't really come up. I do get a feeling that not making issues are part of social code here, as the teacher said. Older people here could relate, probably not any better, that's normal, any person could. I relate to Shoujo's circumstances or Lily's either. Naturally, while I go through this head, Ren keeps considering what her condition could be with the overlying complaint on the look on her face. She puts her fork between her lips and leans back, looking at the ceiling as the answer was written up there. A light beam illuminates her face from the window side, creating a masked dark shadow on the other side. I don't think there's anything in your head. That's nothing in your guts would more like ordinary, like this lunch line. Less delicious. The problem must be in your pants. Oh! The sort of show her can stay. The sheer lack of tact it was delivered with catches me completely off guard. I think I might have real hack even physically as Red's eyes widened in realization and astonishment. So I was right. There's something wrong with your tackle, isn't there? Really? Don't hardly shop for recognizing these things on reply. I spit out the first thing that I can think of. No, nothing like that. I have a heart problem. Yeah, I threw me whatever he said. I said it more like a related out, but I said. The girl in front of me pursues her lips together was looking very disappointed. How troubling. Trouble in her pants would have been more scandalous. What's with this reaction? I'm trying to let you down. I figure you're just I collect people and a person here with I collect people and a person with. You know, that kind of problem would have been really great. Collect people. People with different problems. Oh, so you just like going around asking people what's wrong with them? Pretty much. I see. With little left to say, Rin reserves left, the contradiction does away, but I keep thinking about what she said. It's the first time anyone else told anyone else about my condition. All the other people have either known about it already or heard it from someone else, or didn't need to know like every other student here so far. I should have told it in the natural part of introductions. Is it expected of me? Hi, I'm Hisa. I have a very serious heart condition. Oh, that sounds like no, it doesn't work like that. You know, is this how I'm supposed to go around introducing myself from now on? As if our disabilities define us. What a disgusting thought. Or maybe this is a girl is just an unnatural interest in such things. Maybe. As I walked back to the room, I picked some items on Misha's list. I let chance to open it. Starting red from the corner of my eye. Her hair is burnt a blonde, almost orange, cropped short. Long hair would probably be impossible with no arms. Yeah, the boys do it for the lack of arms to make her look very thin, almost scrawny. She's not probably pretty except for her musky green eyes, which flicker regularly from below her short legs, even when she eats. The distance of the shadow makes it feel very like there's a reflex outside of sunlight at all, but instead of her all feel thin with these gloves. She makes her feet almost as defendly as a normal person would with their arms. However, I can see that this slight could discomfort people, especially when eating. It makes me feel a little comfortable at least. I hesitate to think about the word unnatural, but it's too late, isn't it? I keep searching the cabin's shelves to reach things, but after some time passes, the silent grows so uncomfortable, so I try to force some conversation. So why do you alone here, or at this late, or do you usually, or you're an occasional visitor? Visitors, maybe you're a first occasional visitor, but I don't think you eat alone either. I don't always eat alone either. So I eat with the third person on the roof if she's not horsing around. Horsing? She likes to do sports. Oh. That's all I can think of to say. Both of us while signing again, her works the last bit to reveal to her mouth. I almost down the hall, double checking Felicia's list. It seems I have everything except plywood. Also, I think I have all the things now. That's very nice. Don't feel obligated to stay. I was about to take a nap anyway. You need to do whatever you are going to do with yourself anyway, right? Or perhaps you would like watch or sleeping. I'm not sure whether to make this really look serious. Even if I did, I think I have to be going. I'll get you around, says the guy. You can call me Rin. I feel like our relationship is a good point enough to warrant this much. I already turning to my egg. Toward her, she draws me back in. Fine, then I'm Hisa. Then you are. Rin looks at me hard in the eyes, an intimidating feeling when someone stares at you who isn't there. It's not like she's actually not keeping from looking at me. She looks a couple of times and I can't figure out why the flies just popped between us out of nowhere. See you later, Hisa. There's nothing like a tiny smile within her face, maybe. She's nice. Everyone's nice. That's great. I moved back into the room and to shut the door in front of the face. I whispered to myself, what an intriguing person. From inside, I hear a muffled sing-song voice. I heard that. What'd she hear? What the hell? Why are you here? Get out of here. This is a private conversation. I saw Misha, who I heard not heard approaching despite the completely empty hall. Somehow she got a jumping distance of me, and I, without making a sound, briefly reminds me of Kenji. Then he theory about a global conspiracy, but I pushed that aside. She just said suddenly behind me. She looks aloof, but she has heard the remark that drew. We should touch him, but Misha is visibly excited. No, wait, more importantly, who's in there? There's no club meeting today. She tries to curiously peek past me, even though the doors prevents her from seeing anyway. What are you doing here? You took so long to come back and check what's wrong. There's no good, He-chan. She wags her finger at me scoldingly. I found plywood, but everything else is still missing because you are tardy. Oh, sorry, I got the things here. I was just about to bring them. I think you're worried top submission, He-chan. Who's in there with you, I wonder? Misha sighed something quickly to Shizuka, pointing at her own ear a couple times. Shizuka immediately pushes her past me and opens the door in the classroom I just left. I can only imagine the shock she is experiencing, but she's letting this attitude, this intellect of dare to face school poverty by sleeping on top of it must be too much to bear. And indeed, she stares at me, frozen in place apart from the slight, but noticeable trembling of her shoulders from suppressed rage, I'm sure. Instead of blowing up, she takes a few deep breaths, adjusts her glasses, and slams the door shut, turning to side furiously at Misha. Maybe she did blow up. I can't understand. She shoots a very low stare at me, but it's somehow my fault that Rin is sleeping on one of the tables. I hope she's not getting any funny ideas about the reason I'm telling solo. Rin's voice comes out on the other side of the door and takes a few blink eyes to realize that she might have trouble opening it. I open the door to find Richan directly behind it, looking at us with a half-interested, half-sleepy face. Hello. Miss Tezuka, what do you think you're doing? You're absolutely not permitted to use class property for such disgraceful activity. It's just suddenly very crowded here. It's sure suddenly very crowded here. I didn't know I was this popular. It's hard to say whether she's happy or unhappy about the turn of events. Anyway, she ignores Shizumi tries to call these to have no choice but to drop the issue. I just realized, damn, look how skinny she is compared to them. Like, look at the legs or like the weight, like the stomach or whatever. Don't look at the bust. That's a different story. Anyway, she ignores she's just scolding, so there's no choice but to drop the issue. She taps Misha's shoulder, pointing at Rin to make some quick signs. Private aside, please don't do that anymore. Anyway, how's the project going? Will it be done for the festival? Rin looks at them blinking. Apparently, he's under pressure. She's cold shoulders, putting her aside. I kept wondering about that myself too. And well, think about it. And Misha signs her reply. She's her face and turns unsatisfied frown. Miss Tezuka, please try to make this seriously. It'd be a disaster if the wall looks like someone threw up on the lunch on it. Rin nods assertively. Well, think more seriously. Misha actually giggles at that, but she does it even after translation. She just shakes her head and takes the materials from me and takes off with Misha in the town. Oh, good, they left. Thank God. Rin frowns thoroughly as she looks at the retreating student council duo. How rude. It's true that I must finish my project before the weekend. There are dire the consequences if I don't. Then it will, as we know it. Like weekdays usually are, but more dire. Much more dire. Maybe I'll postpone my nap to an unforeseen future. And I'm about to ask what project she has in her art block with God, but she walks back to the art classroom. Since you have nothing to do, would you give me a hand? Literally. Anyway, this kid doesn't fit much of my bag when I need it. She kicks lightly at the huge can of painting that lying on the floor next to the table that she's sleeping on. It let out a huge, dull clang, making the gentleman I had actually pick it up. Heavy, just heavy. I don't know why that's funny. Yeah, sure. Why do you need to take it? Away. Away, just away. No restriction, just away. Fine, I'll take it to my room. And with that, she takes off in the hallway with me in the pink alley, since there's a lot of lectures for us, either of us. The hallway's kind of pretty empty now, which is Misha does, so we two leave towards the stairwell at the other end. Every 10 or 15, 20 steps, I have to change the can from one hand to the other before the thin handle cuts into my palm. At least it keeps my arms from tiring too fast. Rin are beside me with uneven pacing. I think I have a troubling match, or maybe I'm walking weird because of the extra weight. It seems one of us is going to walk too slow or too fast. I can't figure it out which. 2 flights of stairs below, Trouble appears in the form of Henderson and his fox-like grin. Ah, Mr. Nikai, what a happy coincidence. Tezuka too, of course. She nods curiously to Rin, who does not acknowledge him back, then turns to me. Obviously, it's me who has some business with. There's something I forgot to mention to you on Monday. I nodded impressively because I can't even begin to guess what he forgot. The feeling of a handle developing deeper in my skin doesn't make me feel enthusiastic about this interruption either. It's about your medication. Since you don't have that long on your current medication, there might be unexpected side effects which might require adjusting dosage or even changing another kind of medication. So we need to do a few testing regularly, but what I want is for you to keep an eye on everything in your condition that feels off if I get that. I mean, nausea, headache, or anything that comes to see if anything happens. Something happens. Alright. So how are you? Everything's fine? He gave up and dropped the can on the floor before answering. Apparently this takes longer than my biceps candle. I'm about to say something generic as an answer, but then I realized how often I've lately. Other people have been asking me that too. Teachers, students here, my parents, visitors, nurses, doctors at the hospital. Everyone seems to be concerned about that. It's natural for the hospital, so it's so much for the school except the school. This is a small school, both the students base the faculty seem to be very tightly knit, but at least I'm feeling I'm getting. This is not a kind of school that gets tried for students too often. The thought sent shivered out my spine. I tried a generic answer anyway. That's great. Also, one other thing. My sources tell me that I've been neither the school track nor even the pool, so I'd like to know if you take it up exercise. I asked. Of course I have. This way injury inquiry giving me the I should have been running my ass off on the test exam very first day. Just show them the can. Just point to the can. Like, is this exercise? You have people spying on me? Not as such. I just happen to know a few people that is not the issue here. Don't so to try to step out of it. Well, it's actually doing some improper weightlifting as an exercise. I've been able to lift a can up and down a few times, like some sad imitation of bodybuilding, even though it's weighing down my arms painfully. The stupid grin disappears for a second, then it comes back like he was never gone. Jessica, would you give us a second? I just grabbed you for the shoulder without waiting for return permission, which didn't need in the first place to drag you aside. When I told you to exercise, I wasn't joking. I understand that you're still on your first week and all, but don't ignore the importance of this. The reason I'm coming down this hard on you is the habits are not easy to form. The more you slip and postpone, the harder it'll be. The same with everything like dieting. You're probably that you'll be more serious about this from now on. Oh, you have to be serious. He looks serious. I don't want to die, so yes, I promise, definitely. He studies me for a moment, then shrugs, smiling again. Okay, that's more like it. If you go to the school track tomorrow morning, you'll be my spy who probably has no calling offers a consolation to you if you want to jog a bit. Consolation? See you around. Okay. He raised a little hand and no answer walked to her who has been waiting, ideally leaning against the hallway wall, straight at the pale light asphyxiated at the ceiling. Even when I approach, she doesn't move her eyes off then. Are you going to get him education for your heart thingy? Were you listening? It comes out more X's than antenna, accidentally lashing out on her. And even so, I didn't want to start talking about it. I just told her I don't know her, it's not her business. The nurse seems happily ignorant about confidentially too. Talking about that the kind of thing in public, but it's not Rin's fault, is it? I look up at her, suddenly feeling a bit guilty, but Rin is just staring past my shoulder, quizzically, her head tilts like a bird. Sigh. I just don't know why it's so hard for me. It feels like there's something more inexplicable locked the Moranzi from more upfront about this. Yeah, there's there for my heart. Will they make you feel better? No, not really. They just make me a little less worse. Rennie keeps looking at me for a little longer, and she neither says anything further or displays any kind of emotion I could discern. I am thankful that she does that. I think I'm still not used to all this. I thought it was easy, and I still have a sort of my feelings about living a normal life with stability. We leave the main building, and Rin leads us towards the dorm. We stop at a small patch of greenery in front of the dorm building. The dorm is built on a slight elevated ground with a wall of few trees, and one has a circle around every time they come and grow. It's probably only the inconvenient design of the school. The entire wall made from some kind of bricks, as the building itself has been covered with some sort of painting. Most of all were mere sketches, quick lines drawn with black and white against the gray plastering that covers almost the entire length of the wall, but some places look a bit more finished. There are human faces, legs, hands. I can't say what the painting is such a whole might portray. The stacks of what seem to be paint cans are arranged in piles and grounds beside the wall. See, the left side is hardly off the ground yet. It's because I can't even get the mood yesterday, so I gave up what to meditate instead. This is Sunday morning, and I have worked on it, but the guys from our class are helping with the negative spaces and base surfaces wherever there's which is a problem. It's easier to paint big areas if there was a lot of people with hands. The reaches better is faster too. God damn it, she said with hands. This is a tangent on tangent, waving a little with her arm or whatever of it there actually is to demonstrate, even though I kind of played already. My government sleeve flaps around. It makes me feel like I could look sadder than it does, but it feels to be out of place to like every tangible rider on school student basis. Special properties has in a few days. The building is noticed by jury fair, of course, or the fact that she lost me a while ago already and keeps on blabbing. That's why I'm trying to figure out where this is something I need to figure out, and then figure out that before it's too late if all hope is lost. Why would all hope be lost? Because the paint has to be painted, and it has to be dry, and then it has to be painted over with some kind of paint. It takes time. She finally stops, apparently thinking what she made some kind of statement that makes sense. I think the best is to start from the top. So this is your project, you did this? Yes. All of it? Yes. Nice, but I don't want to still feel like I walked straight into my field of political incorrectness. It's okay, you can say I probably won't get mad. I was really hard. I don't really know what would be the right thing to say if any feelings have more sense than the written is, though. This is really awkward. Don't you want to ask? How do you paint without hands? See, I'm an easy person to talk to, right, with my feet. I almost guessed that already, but that isn't that hard to do. You're good at guessing anyway. I didn't think it is, but maybe I'm used to it by now. I can't get my mind around the fact that she could be an artist, but see how adept she's using her feet to eat. None of us have anything to more to add to the subject. The afternoon lights work up pretty well. I was afraid it would look too flat, but it's not like that after all. I think it's actually pretty interesting. I wanted to see if the dim light would do you think it's flat, and well, paintings tend to be flat. It's not like it's flat, flat, like some people are. The substance don't mean it wasn't there, it should be. I know a few girls who, okay, I get it. I didn't really tell. I'm not that good with art. I can't name many artists or artist terms, so I don't really have anything to say. Rich Sugar saying suit yourself without saying it. It looks up in the sky if you're looking for something up there. I didn't think I'd get into actual work done, but if you give me a hand with the paints, I could do a little before it's dark. I want to get a halogen lamp like the ones they have at Sports Track, but they aren't any. Rin sure looks quite the recruit. My help as what she's doing it makes me feel comfortable. The festival is such a big project that they need every pair of hands needed. Not for her though, but I'm sure that they could be a help out though. Just mixing some paint to you, they could do that probably. Do you have a motor control problems like those people who have some? Cerebral palsy, maybe? Not that I know of. I get it, heart thingy. It has nothing to do with that. She gives me a sly look for no reason. No, it doesn't. Let's do it then. So she's on the empty wooden box, and very last she picks up the wide brush between the toes of her right foot. I open a few cans of paint, pour some of the contents in the shallow bowls for mixing. The thick paint flows lazily from the cans to the bowl like syrup. I mix them, creating funny, hypnotic-looking swirl paints that might melt quickly into each other for a new one-tone hue. Rin sets to work every now and then, asking me to hand for something or other. I something different brushes is easy enough, but mixing the paints is to be exact tone. This girl is apparently seeing her in her head is frustrating or ordeal. She wants to proceed down to the last millimeter before she is satisfied, but her instructions are obscure at best. Add half a splash of green. I herself have to pick up the can of bright green. The other green, this green. I really pour some of the other green paint into the mixing bowl. No, that's almost the whole splash, more white. Is green a good color to add? No idea, you're the artist here. A hint of a smile, apparently in the corner of her mouth. Do you lack an opinion? No, it's just that I have no idea. It's okay, because I got an idea. More white paint. For this explanation, I pour a minuscule amount of white paint into the bowl, mix it, and it looks slightly whiter. That's not good. It has to be more like when you wake up and you know that you saw the meaning of life in a dream, but I can't remember. Maybe it's yellow. Despite the possibility of mixed colors like change of seasoning or whatever nonsense that's being imposed on me, I find myself enjoying it more than I thought I would. As I get paid, being one of the plaster fall feels like magic. Spend the moments of that big mixing paints crunching down on the paving looks just a little work. It feels slightly intrusive at that, breaking some imaginary intimacy, but Ren doesn't seem to mind the least bit, but it's just in my head. Her presence of it's a completely different area as she clearly walks through details, adding layers on the top of the paint, layers of paint, slightly moving her foot across the wall to add new shapes. But when I manage to produce a passable mixture of paint, the rest on her face is oddly rewarding. Apart from the few words when discussing paint mix, neither of us say a word for the longest time. Even though short discussions soon evolved into shorthand, both of us developing some weird impromptu code words for various paints and hues, as there is decent conversation words breathe and sound. We stay there late into the evening until it gets too dark for to paint properly. Okay. Nice. So what happens now? Did we wake up? Oh, we went to sleep. We didn't even go to get to our roots and meet Kenji, you know? Kenji's epic. But, yeah. Anyway, I have to go soon, so... Yeah, I have to edit a couple parts out because 2 people interrupted me. That's fun, right? But, yeah, anyway, I have to end it here, sadly, even though I love this game. It's really good, in my opinion. And, I hope you guys enjoy it, too. Please leave a comment if you're enjoying it or not, because I want to know people's opinions. If you made it this far, I doubt anyone made this far, but if you did, leave a comment if I should keep playing or not, because I actually want to know if you guys want to see this. If not, then I'll upload this every weekly, but now I'm uploading it almost daily because I really like this game. But if you guys want, I'll just upload it weekly because and I'll upload more DLC if you want. But anyway, leave that comment below. Leave a like if you like the video. Don't leave a like, it doesn't help anyone. And yeah, have a good day. Big game.